Hello everyone, Danny Girl here with Stampin' the Pink Barn, coming to you from Tucson, Arizona. Hello Peggy. Well, I thought we were going to get some rain earlier. My husband was down at the other house working on we have one bedroom that has all of the, you know, when you're moving and you always wind up with all the extra tidbits laying around. Well, we had put it in one of the spare bedrooms down there, but we have called and scheduled an appointment to have all the carpets cleaned down there. So we need to get everything, all that spare stuff out of the house. And so my husband went down and brought up a whole load full of the trash, or not, it's not trash, but it's just things that I don't quite have homes up here for yet. So we were just kind of waiting so I could get things put away, get things organized, so then we could get all that extra miscellaneous stuff. So he was down there. He brought a whole load back up today, and I had called him and I go, wow, the thunder is really loud up here. How are you doing? You know, are you getting close to heading up? And he goes, well, actually, I'm just getting ready to leave. He goes, I just got inside of the truck. He goes, and it's raining down here. Which, it's really crazy because it's only 3 miles away from our house here. But, and I looked up in the sky, like right where our house is, and I was like, there's no clouds in the sky. That's so weird how it's raining there. Because that's what he said, is it raining there? And I was like, nope, not a drop here. I said that just the thunder. So, hello, Marcia. Let me get you guys all brought up here. I know there's a bunch of you guys popping in. There we go. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Kay. Hello, Mom. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for coming in and joining me today. So I am getting ready for our sale that we're going to have between me and my mom, all of our extra stamp sets that are now retired that I no longer can use because I need to have updated stuff. And I have placed my pre-order, so woohoo! Hopefully I can show you guys my pre-order coming pretty soon. My mother also made a pre-order from the new catalog. So we're going to have a lot of goodies to show you guys out of that new catalog coming soon. Hopefully it'll be here within the next couple of days. Hello, Jennifer. So, yes, so I think we have set the date of the sale. Let me get my little schedule out here. I think we're going to have it on either Saturday the 19th or Sunday the 20th. It's still kind of in the works. We have got boxes and boxes of stuff. It is going to be crazy. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it all in one day. That's why I'm saying it might have to be the whole weekend. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be live all weekend long selling things. No, I can't do that. But, hello, Jamie. Long time no see, I guess. And so, it's going to be probably a couple of hours on Saturday and maybe a couple of hours on Sunday. We'll just kind of see how it goes. Hello, Linda. And see how much we can get put out there on Saturday and get sold, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite an extravagant thing. I hope we get a lot of it sold and gone, because I need the shelves to put all the new product there. But there is just a lot, so I'm going to be doing it as a Facebook Live, and you guys have to be part of my Stampin' the Pink Barn group. I will be doing not sure how it's going to work because I'm going to do it as a private chat through that group. But when I go live, I'm not sure if it's going to be live on my regular Stampin' Up or how I just set it to a specific audience. Those are technical things that I have to get figured out between now and the 19th. So technology can be kind of tricky when it comes to setting certain guidelines when it comes to doing stuff like this. It is going to be, I don't really want it public because well, I don't know. Like I said, it's things that I have to work out because I want it to be kind of for my followers first, and then, you know, if there's anything left over, I can post it, and then you guys can pick and choose out of whatever's left over. So just things that I have to try to figure out. We have a Stampin' Up with our Tucson demonstrators coming up this week. And I know one of our local demonstrators has done this. So I'm going to pick the heck out of her brain on Saturday and find out how she had set it all up so I make sure that I do it correctly. It's going to be, we're going to have lots with numbers and sets and that kind of stuff. And then you will just put in the number of whatever it is, the item that I'm showing. And so, I'll explain all of it when I set up the private chat. And then just so you guys can know to come in and schedule your day. And I will set a time to do it. It's probably going to be not this late in the evening on Saturday, because I know a lot of people enjoy their weekends and they go out and they do stuff. So I'll probably do it earlier in the day. Now, that being said, I am Pacific time, so it might be later in the day if you are on the East Coast. So just to let you guys know what is kind of being scheduled and in the midst of everything. So I keep you guys informed so you can kind of plan your day for that. If you would like to get some amazing stamp sets and dies for a like blowout price. Prices are going to be, I just want things done and gone. So we are really marking things at an amazing price. So yeah. What else is going on right now? I'm trying to think. There's just, my poor brain cannot retain everything. I'm telling you, I've got so many things going on. I'm just like, I don't want to forget anything, but you know, life happens. So how are you guys all doing? I did watch the news earlier, and I was hearing that the East Coast is going to be getting hit with some storms. Not sure how close any of you guys are to any of that, but I do know that there are quite a few of you viewers that are over towards the east side of the country. Prayers going out to all of you. Keep safe. You know, you guys know your drills and know what you need to do. Hello, Veronica. So, yeah, just want to make sure that you guys are all doing well. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Vicky. Oh, good. I'm glad that you got your stamp set. Wonderful. Yeah, I did try to get everything mailed out, and I'm pretty sure everything has gone out. Oh, I know, Peggy, I had sent you a card that you had won, and it has come back to me twice now telling me insufficient address, and I don't have any idea why. So I've completely taken it out of the envelope that I mailed it in, scrapped it, threw that stamp away. I don't know what is going on, and I have rewritten it. I know what your address is. We've communicated quite a few times through mail, and so hopefully this time it doesn't come back to me, because what do they say, the third time's a charm? Well, it wouldn't be, because that would really start irritating me why it came back to me, because I know I've double checked the address 3 or 4 times to know that it was going to the right place. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Nancy. So I just wanted to let you know that, Peggy, that I did not forget about you. That card was put in the mail twice, and then it has come back to me twice, and now for the 3rd time it has gone out in the mail. And so hopefully there are no issues that are going to be happening. Lisa is live in Georgia. You're due to have storms later on tonight. Worst storms in the north. Okay. Well, please be safe. I know a lot of those homes and areas over there, especially those that have tornadoes and that kind of stuff, you guys normally have the storm shelters, you know, either in your basements or outside. Oh, good. Linda, you got my card last week. Okay, good. Glad that you got you got the card from last week. Perfect. Good. Glad you got it. I don't know what goes on with the mail system. Sometimes they can read it, and I don't have like horrible handwriting, but I don't have the best. But I don't know why sometimes they pick and choose what cards they're going to let go through. And then they send me ones back, and I'm like, do you guys really need my money that bad that you have to keep charging me stamps? Because I can't keep reusing it because they put those little swirlies through it. So then I have to scrap that envelope and then put another one in the mail. Okay, Peggy, gotcha. I think I did take frost off of it because you've told me that in the past. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, I think hopefully it's already in the mail, so hopefully it comes to you. You'll have to let me know. I'm trying to remember what the card was. I'll have to go back and look, and then I'll get in touch with you, and you can let me know if and when you get it. And then I'll let you know if it comes back to me too, because that's kind of frustrating. Because I know you wait for those things, and then when they don't show up, ugh, what do you do? Okay, so I'm going to get you guys flipped around. We've got some wonderful news to go through. Those of you who have purchased it last month, you know that you can now, in the month of August, you can redeem your, what were they called? Your bonus codes for, they were the $5 codes that you got, the digital codes that you can add to your orders this month, and they will save you quite a bit of money, however many you've acquired. Hello, Bonnie. So use those in the month of August to save yourself some money. That is always a wonderful thing. We love saving ourselves money, right? I mean, I know I do. So yeah, so let me get you guys flipped around. Like I said, we've got a few little things to talk about, and then we're going to get into the beautiful cards that I have created for you guys tonight. So hold tight. Ah, where's my little flip button? There it is. Okay, I need to push my phone over just a skosh. Just getting my brackets in. Oh, somebody just said that they're under the weather. Hold on, I need to go back and read this. Oh, Bonnie, you're feeling under the weather today. Oh, I'm so sorry, lady. Please start feeling better soon. Drink some green tea with some honey. Make sure you take a lot of R&R and rest and take care of yourself. Hello, Patty. My mom was actually asking for your phone number. She was going to give you a call. And so I sent it to her, and it didn't come through on the text message or something. So what is she yelling at? What are you saying? Oh, all right. Jeez Louise. I guess she needed your address, not your phone number. Oh my goodness. Oh, she had to put me in check. Woohoo! All right. So the kit sale is going on through the month of August. These are wonderful, all exclusive kits. They have everything that you need in them to create either 3D projects. There's one that has a wreath. There is a calendar, or not necessarily a calendar. It is more of like a board, like a bulletin board that is really cool that you can change out different times of the year. There are a lot of kits with some wonderful, cards and stuff in it. And do know that not all of the kits include stamping. So if you are not a stamper and you do not want to deal with stamping, we have cards that have laser cut little pieces in it that you just glue to it, and then your cards are made for you. So then you don't have to worry about doing all the hard work. You just assemble the cards and then go. So these kits are up to 30% off this month. Save big on kits collections for a limited time only. Each paper crafting kit comes with everything you need to create artistically designed, handmade projects. From birthday cards to festive tags, cute treat packaging to floral wreaths. You can try something new at a great discount. Craft with friends, buy as a gift, or simply stock up on your favorites. Just don't miss out on this great deal. So yeah, these make wonderful gifts for grandkids, for kids. They're really, really cool. If you know anybody who likes to craft along with yourself, you guys can sit down with your kids, your grandkids, buy a couple of the same kit, and then you guys all craft together. It is really kind of a cool thing, and you're going to save money on them. So that's always a bonus. The paper pumpkin for the month of August is the Meaningful Flowers. This is available through August 10th. The August paper pumpkin is full of flowers that carry a sweet meaning. The blue forget-me-nots represent loyalty and remind you of your favorite memories with those you care for. The lotus blossom represents overcoming challenges and encouraging those around you. With this kit, you can create special paper crafts that are personalized for your loved ones in both design and significance. Oh, cool. You sent one to your granddaughter in California. Awesome. Yes, perfect. They are awesome for doing that. Kids really dig those. And maybe she's not a kid, but I mean, still, we're all kids at heart at some point in time. So this paper pumpkin is going to make 8 cards for each of 2 designs, 8 coordinating envelopes, 1 pretty peacock Stampin' Spot, 1 photo polymer stamp set, but just know that you're going to get an extra stamp set in this kit. So you're going to actually walk away with 2 stamp sets from this kit. They have a freebie that they're throwing in there. This comes with pre-cut paper pieces of watercolor designs and enough adhesive to complete the projects. So 16 years old, I mean, I guess from when my days when we were 16 and what kids are nowadays at 16, there's a huge difference in the way that they act, the way that they dress. So, you know, most 16-year-olds are visually or materialistically mature, but normally mentally they were probably the same age as I was, but I was just not doing things that kids do nowadays. I guess you guys probably understand exactly what I'm trying to say. But those kits are perfect for 16-year-olds. Absolutely. All right. So as you know, we have a new catalog. This is, I'm going to call it the holiday catalog. I know we don't call it that anymore, but this is going to run from September through December. This catalog is full of all your different kinds of holidays. You've got Halloween, you've got fall, autumn, Thanksgiving, you've got Christmas, tons of Christmas in there for the holidays. Now I have a paper share that is pre-registerable right now. You can register over on my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com, and it will come with all the papers that are in the new catalog. You're going to get a quarter pack of each of the designer series packs, and then it'll get shipped straight to you. So it's kind of cool because then you can see the paper firsthand. You can touch it, feel it, smell it, whatever your jam is. And decide which ones are your favorite. So you're not purchasing things that you wouldn't really use. It's kind of just nice to see them in person and to see all those gorgeous colors, because I'm going to tell you, when you see them either online or in a catalog, they don't do those papers justice until you have them in your hands to really see the gorgeousness of our designer series paper. So it's a great way to get all the paper, to see it all, to really see, especially those specialty papers that have the metallics in them, or if they've got glitters or anything like that. I will let you guys know that there is a super, super cute Halloween set. I have ordered it, so I will make sure I show it to you guys. But it has little, what are they called? 3D, or not 3D, glow in the dark embellishments, along with, they have done this really, really cool thing where we have glow in the dark designer series paper. So it's going to be so cool to see what people come up with and design to see those glowing in the dark at night. Kids will really, really love that. Hello, Denise. So you can you can register for my paper share on my blog. You go over there and read all about that, see what is all included. So my kit for August is my Fresh as a Daisy kit. So I will let you know that tonight's cards for this week's kit class, my Make It Monday class, they are a bonus to this Fresh as a Daisy kit. So keep that in mind. If you plan on purchasing this, you might want to make a $35 purchase in my store to get this week's kit, because then it will give you an additional 3 cards included to the 10 cards that you're going to make with this month's kit. So just to let you guys know that. I still have some of the timeless arrangement kits available. You can always purchase the PDF alone if you choose, but this is going to make 8 cards with this kit. That was my, this was my July kit. And then the June kit was the Countryside Inn kit to go. Now this one, I only have the PDF available. So just to let you know, oh, awesome. I'm glad you got your pre-order in today. Woohoo. Thank you for sharing, Linda. And then we have mystery stamping coming up for the month of August. So I will be putting out the supply list. Let me get back to my calendar here. This Wednesday, which will be Wednesday the 9th, I will be putting out the supply list for mystery stamping. We will do the mystery stamping live. Now you can join that here on my Stampin' the Pink Barn personal page. I have already got that set up in the events. So you can join that. That will be on Wednesday the 16th. And then I will draw a winner from those of you who submit your cards over on Pink Barn Stampers on the 23rd. Now, if you want to know more about mystery stamping, how you join it, and what mystery stamping is all about, you can read about this over on my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com. Just to let you guys know that if you want the cards for tonight, if you would like to get in on the 3 cards that I'm going to create tonight using the Cheerful Daisies set, all you have to do is simply make a purchase in my online store of $35 or more, and you must use my current host code, which is 9DVV2S3K. Now, just to let you guys know that if you've written this down, do know that this changes throughout the month. Just to let you guys know that, because I've had some people tell me that they've used my host code, but it doesn't show up because it might be an older host code from like the middle of last month, because I typically go from the middle of the month to the middle of the month. So it's kind of like Paper Pumpkin. It switches throughout the months. So just so you guys know that, so I keep you aware of that, because I definitely want you guys to earn that kit from me by using my code. So just want you guys to know. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Wendy, for sharing my video. You guys are so kind. All right, so let's get to, let's do the winners of last week's cards. So we have this, last week we did the Trucking Along. Oh, I stuck that in a spider web. This is the card that I created using the Pecan, one of the new in colors, and then some of that beautiful designer series paper. This was the Glorious Gingham, and this one's using the, it's called One Horse Open Sleigh paper. So yeah, this is such a cute and just a home country, like home down, like feel kind of card. This is going to go to Miss Lisa Hoover for liking last week's video. So as along the bottom, you can see the little thumbs, the little hearts. Throw some of those up there, and that will get you entered into winning a card from me that we're going to be making tonight. There you guys go. Perfect. Okay, so this is going to come to Miss Lisa Hoover, and I believe I have your address. The next one that I created was this super cute, using the Melon Mambo for a cute little pink truck here. That's got some of that gingham in the inside there. This one for commenting. So when you come in here, share this video, tell me that you've shared it. Not only does that get you into the comments to win a card, but it also, once you share my video, it will get you into the share giveaway as well. So thank you, Patty. Hello, Andrea. So this is going to Vicky Buller. So Vicky, this is going to be coming your way, and it's got some of that really, really pretty glitter paper on there. That's that Dazzled More paper. All right, and then for sharing, I've went through a lot of my previous papers and embellishments and all that, and I thought, you know what, there's so many of you guys that have been with Stampin' Up! Throughout the years. You probably have tons of product from the past. So I thought, you know what, instead of just giving these away to, or just having them sit in a closet, I'm going to give these away to one of you guys who can use these for being so gracious, for you guys sharing my video. So this is called the Playful Palettes Designer Series paper. Now, like I said, this is retired. This is paper from way back in the day, but it is still gorgeous paper. Can be used still with, you know, a lot of our products that we still have. And then there is a pack. I know I don't have the back on this because I've opened it, but then never used them. But these are the 5 colors that were from this year's. So you've got, this paper pack has Black, Blushing Bride, Emerald Envy, Peekaboo Peach, Sweet Sugar Plum, and Very Vanilla. So you've got some of those colors here in this pack of these embellishments that you can embellish your beautiful cards with. So these here are going to go to Miss Jennifer Stretton for sharing last week's video. Thank you guys so much for your likes, your comments, and your sharing my video. It so helps me build my business. I appreciate every single one of you. But Jennifer, I do not think that I have your address. So when we are done here, just simply go over to the messenger, or you can email me at stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com with your address. Don't put it in the comments here. People don't need to know your business. You don't need weirdos showing up at your door. God only knows we get some lurkers in here who are, you know, Facebook stalkers. We don't need them coming to your house. I want to keep everybody safe. Okay. So let's get to today's cards. Let me show you the beautiful cards that we are going to be making tonight. Now we're going to be making this one first, again, using the Cheerful Daisies. So this is going to be the first one we're going to do. Then we're going to make this beautiful one. Very, very cool. And we might change the insides to some of these, but now this one here, these are the ones that I took a photo of and put them on like my main page so you can see. I'm gonna change this one up a little bit. I think I'm gonna do this in boho blue this time because look, I have a flower that was already sitting on my desk, and I was like, okay, well the white kind of makes it pop. But then I took the boho blue and put it over that, and I thought, oh my gosh, you know what? That was a mind changer. I think I'm gonna go with the boho blue because I definitely think the boho blue really kind of ties everything together because we've already got the white circle on here. So just to let you guys know that I am going to be changing things up a little bit because that's how I roll. All right, so let's get to the first card here. So when you place an order with me and you use my current host code, you are going to get a pack that looks like this. Each card the cardstock and all the things are going to be in their own individual envelopes. So when you pull yours out, now yours will not come with the embellishments, but if there's any kind of ribbon or anything in it, you will be getting the ribbon. Just to let you know that it's easy to tuck in there. Embellishments aren't so easy to put inside of these, but just remember that I also include the PDFs to all 3 of the cards as well. So you can, if you already have some of this product, you can read the directions and continue making more of those if you wish. It's kind of neat to put those inside of a binder and hold on to them and have those forever, because even if you are not going to, and I don't know why I pulled this card out because I'm a goof. You guys are probably like, wait a minute, that's not the first card she said she was going to use. You're right, because it's not. Let's just pull all this out of here. Okay, that's the card that we're going to be making first. So, and then I lost my train of thought. Go figure. And then normally if there's any kind of inside of your card, like these are already white, so I don't put another piece of white, but then I will always put the insides, especially if I'm going to put like a little small piece on the bottom, I put them on the back side of the card. So you will know that those go on the inside of your card to make your insides just as pretty. Okay, so let's get all the business out here. All right, so I am using thick, basic white cardstock. I have scored this at 4 1/4. So I'm going to fold this and burnish this. All the measurements will be over on my blog. I always tell you guys tomorrow because it's just easier to have you check then instead of have to constantly come back and check. I'm going to put down a layer of paper here just to keep everything kind of clean and tidy. All right. And then if I do any stamping, I can just stamp right off onto this. Okay, so there's my card base. We are going to need a piece of basic black. That's going to be my next layer. Then I have a piece of basic white, which is going to be the next layer, but we are going to be doing some embossing on this layer. I am using the, I believe this is called Rain or Shine. It's got all these little raindrops on here. Now I'm going to put this in here and go run this through the big machine. So hold tight just a second for me. Okay, so here is this beautiful embossed white piece. Now I have to always watch because now your raindrops, they would be upside down if I put it like this, because the big part, does it turn into a little part or no? I want the big droplets coming down. So however you want to put it, I like it like this, so I have to really watch those. You are going to need a scrap of Moody Mauve. You're going to need a scrap of vellum. And then you're also going to need a piece of black. You're going to need a black scrap. Okay, so here are all my scraps. So what we want to do is we want to take, I am using, ooh, as I throw everything around here, I am using the Stylish Shape Dies. Surprise, surprise, right? I always use that. And then here is the Cheerful Daisy set. You have a beautiful set of dies that coordinates with this. You've got one big full floral arrangement that does the whole flowers together. That's what we're going to be using. Now I'm going to use this on my piece of Moody Mauve. I need to slide it down because I'm also going to be using the little banner here, the little label, and I'm going to cut those out. But for the sake of time, I have already done that. So we've got the flowers right there, and we've got the banner right there. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. Then on our piece of, on our piece of black, we need to take that same little banner and we need to cut that out as well. And so when we do, we've got that little banner. So we've got two little banners, both the same size, just two different colors. And then we need to take the piece of vellum and using the largest circle shape die, we're going to die cut that out. And when we do, we come out with this big circle, okay? So let me get all my pieces out of the way here. And then I'm going to be using Memento ink, and we are going to be using the sentiment, wishing you the brightest birthday. So with this stamp set, it coordinates very well with some of your flowers here. So you've got the outline and then you've got the inside. So it's kind of that two part stamping. So you could do this in like a darker color and then do your inside as a lighter color. It's really, really beautiful. You've got the kind of the petals that are hanging down, and then you've got your little stamens that go inside of all of these. You've got leaves, you've got a leaf, and then you've got a little stem to your flowers, and some really cute little sentiments in here. Now, these little dies right here, this will cut your outline of your flower out like this, or if you want to have something that has some embossed texture to it, these inside dies, as what I've used, like on this card here, you'll see that I'm going to use this. So I'm really not going to do any stamping on this flower. You'll see both parts that I'm going to use for this, but without using any kind of stamping. So it's really kind of cool, and it's very buildable of a stamp set. So just to let you guys know that this is a wonderful set to have. So let's grab, whoop, I need the bigger one. Let's grab that so we can do some stamping. We need our memento, and we need to have this little Moody Mauve. Sounds like my mom is in there running a restaurant with her banging all them pots and pans around. Maybe she's cooking something real good. We'll just hope. Wishful thinking. There we go. We've got that in there. And that's pretty much all the stamping we're gonna do for the outside of this card. So let's get everything assembled here. We can make the inside pretty in just a minute. So no designer series paper on this card, just the, just cardstock. Okay, that layer is going to go down first. Then we've got the raindrops. Oh, geez, that's too big. Hold on a minute. I need to cut this down. Ah, where's the paper trimmer? I think she moved it. Hold tight just a second. I've got to find the paper trimmer. Ah, she hung it on the other side. I found it. Okay, this needs to be 3 3/4. Actually, I'm going to do it at 3 7/8. And I'm going to have to clean off her trimmer because I'm getting glue all over it. And I can't say that she's not going to know because she's watching. Okay, and then this needs to be cut at, we're gonna do 5 1/8. Okay, let's see. Oops, see, and I was gonna put it up there, on there, upside down, goofy. There we go. That's what I wanted. Geez, helps if your paper is the right size. Okay, so there is that. Now what we're going to do is I am going to place this on top of my little circle. So I tried to do a dry fit, whoops, just so I can see what parts are going to be actually on that, because I definitely don't want to put glue to the very edge of this and have it falling off of that. I want to put it here in the center, because I know this piece is going to be touching it. And then just like that, maybe just a little bit on the inside of that flower. And then I'm going to place that down just like that. Now you're gonna flip this over, and when you do, you can see, let me move my fingers, you can see that it's a little bit transparent. So we don't wanna go in here and put a bunch of glue on this whole circle, because when we put it down, if we put it out here, you're gonna see all the glue, and we don't wanna see it. I mean, that's kind of tacky. So we're only gonna put glue in the dark areas of that we can see that cardstock from the other side. So doing the same thing, I'm just gonna come in here and I'm just gonna put some glue on those areas where I can see the cardstock through. That then it will hide the goopiness of the glue. So I'm gonna place that right there. Okay, well, actually I need to move it over a little bit because see, it's hanging off of my card here. There we go. Move it up just a skosh. And then really hold that down for a second to make sure that that adheres, because since we have put some texture to this white cardstock, we got to make sure that that hits those high points so it stays on this card. Okay, now with this, it's total personal preference. You can either leave these hanging free like this. I will give you just a little word of caution that they're very delicate. So sometimes they get broken off. So what I do is I just flip it over very lightly, add just a couple dots of glue to it in those bigger areas, and then I place that down following that stem, and I just glue it right there. And then I do the same thing with this side. Just put a couple of dots of glue on there, making sure that I'm not pulling on it so I don't rip anything, but then follow that stem up and stick it down. Because when you're going to stick this inside of an envelope or anything, sometimes those get stuck and then they rip, and we don't want them to rip. They're too pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna take our little banners, and this banner right here, the black one, we're just gonna take a pair of snips. Now you don't have to be super straight or anything like that, because nobody's gonna see the inside of that. But we're gonna use this as a border. So I'm just gonna take some glue and put on the inside of there, and then I'm gonna take my Moody Mauve and place it right over the top. Now, I'm pretty particular, so I wanna make sure that's really lined up the way that I want it, or I'm not seeing a bunch of that sticking through. Okay, do the same thing on this side. Take it just like that. Slide this down. Okay. And it's not going to be perfectly straight because I didn't run it through a paper trimmer to get it straight. So the back side doesn't matter because nobody's going to see that. Then I'm going to take some dimensionals And I'm going to pop this up. And this is going to get placed right down here, just like that. And then we need to add some embellishments. Now these are the 2023-2025 in color dots here. So I am using the Moody Mauve. And I think I need to use this in because these are kind of tricky to get off of here. So I'm going to place the big one right up there. And then the medium one's going to go over here. And then a small guy, small fry, small guy. Take that and put that right up here, just like that. I know, aren't the in colors just gorgeous? All right, there you go. There is card number 1. Now see, I should have moved that up a little bit, but it is where it is. I'm not messing with it because we've already got it adhered down. I do want to let you guys know, though, I was telling you that I put my pre-order in. I forgot to tell you guys earlier. Hello, Sandra. If you guys join my team right now, you know that you can order out of that new catalog. Now, that sounds a little bit tricky because how do you know what's in the new catalog? Because you don't currently have it. I mean, unless you have already gotten yours. I haven't gotten mine yet. I'm still waiting. I know some demonstrators have already gotten their catalog, but you as a customer, it is a great, ooh, things are talking over here. It is a great time to join the team. This way you get to pick $125 worth of product. Now, I always tell people to make yourself a list, get as close to $125 as possible because you can't go over the $125, but you can get a lot of that wonderful holiday products that you're going to want to purchase when you do get that catalog. But as soon as you get into the join, when you go online and you join the team, it's going to open up everything that Stampin' Up! Has to offer for you. So you will be able to see all of those new things. It's a great way to get those products. You're getting them early, number 1. You're getting free shipping. And number 2, you're only going to pay $99 for that $125 worth of product that you're choosing. So just to let you guys know, it is a great way to get that product. There's no hidden gimmicks. There's no anything behind that. If you don't want to keep that discount, which is, you know, once you join the team, you get a fabulous discount on all your upcoming products. One of the other great things is being a part of my team, you also get a free subscription to Stamp Happy Academy as well, which is a wonderful subscription to have. It gives you free access to quite a few PDFs for the stamp sets that are in the current catalog and in that holiday catalog that they will be putting out the PDFs for. It is ran by Dina, Barb, and Kelly. They're some of our top demonstrators, but since I am on one of their teams, we get that and offer it to you guys as well. So just to let you guys know, yes, yes. Oh, see, that's how you do it, Patty, is you get it straight to the penny. Now, it doesn't always work that way, but you can be pretty strategic about placing items into your cart and getting pretty darn near, like you said, on the penny to that $125. You just got to play around a little bit. But just to let you guys all know that it's a great way to get product for a super smoking deal. And then you get so much more because now you get to be opened up to a whole nother world. Now on all your future orders, you're going to save a 20% right off bat. And then it's just you take it from there. All right, let's pretty up the inside of this a little bit. I'm not sure what I want to do. So let's grab this stamp set, and I'm going to grab this little flower here. I'm going to grab the Moody Mauve, since that's what we are working with here. Let's open this up. Let's stamp some of these flowers in here. Let's go there, and let's go there. Okay, I think that works. And now, since on the front it says wishing you the brightest birthday, you can then, I'm going to leave it blank because then whoever wins, if this is one of the cards that is in the giveaway, you can add your own sentiment inside of their, either wishing somebody a happy birthday. If it's belated birthday and you have a belated stamp set, then you can do that. But there, that just adds some of that color to the inside as well. And it's just gorgeous that way, because we always want the inside to be pretty too. Okay, so that is card number 1. Okay, card number 2. We are going to do this beautiful one here. Now, I have decided on the one that we're doing tonight, I am going to actually use Daffodil Delight instead of the crushed curry. But I wanted to show you this one to show you it with the darker yellow, so you have options when you go to recreate this yourself, okay? So let me get out all the pieces that I need after I throw them on the floor, because that's what's happening. All right. Again, starting with a card base of basic white. We have scored this at 4 1/4. Now I'm going to burnish this, but it looked a little crooked. Sometimes that happens, so straighten that and then burnish that. Okay, there's our card base. We need a piece of, this is Early Espresso. This is going to be my next layer on there. Make sure my sizing is right. I have a little small piece. Now with this set, the paper that coordinates with this suite is called the Fresh as a Daisy paper. Now this is gorgeous paper. You've got so many colors in here. I'm using this one for this card, but then on the back side, you've got all of our new in colors. You've got some of that, this one's that pretty peacock and garden green, but there's that copper clay. You've got the boho blue with a little bit of the azure in there as well. Then you've got the wild wheat. So you will get, if you purchase my monthly to-go kit, the Fresh as a Daisy, you're going to get a quarter pack of this whole designer series paper. So it's a great way to get some of this paper that you can play with. So just to let you know, gorgeous, gorgeous paper here. All right, so here we go with this. We have this little piece of designer series paper. Then we've got our piece of Daffodil Delight. Now, with this paper, you can see it does have that crushed curry yellow in there, but then I think that is Lolly Lemon, but I am choosing this next shade of yellow, which is the Daffodil Delight. And in there, you can see the Early Espresso. You can see that garden green. So it just goes really, really well with this. Now, I'm going to emboss this piece here. But just to show you the scraps that I need a scrap of that Daffodil Delight. I need a scrap of garden green, a scrap of basic white, and a scrap of that Early Espresso. Okay, so let me take this. Now, I am going to be using the This is part of our online exclusives. This is a 3 set of dies that they are the 3D basics, or basic 3D embossing folders is what they call. I don't know why I just said dies, but they're embossing folders. And so this is so cool because when you emboss this, it's going to really rise that embossing. Where do you find the dots embossing folder? They are on the online exclusives. So when you go into the store, you're not going to find these in any catalog. And if you're looking in a catalog and can't find them, that's why. They are in the online exclusives. So when you go to stampinup.com and you look on the side there, you can go down and it says sets and what does it say? Not kits, online exclusives, it'll say there. And when you go into that, it's gonna open you up a whole new set of products that are not in any of our catalogs, and that's where you will find these dies. Okay, so knowing that this is a 3D embossing folder, we have to use our specialty plate in our machine to run this through. So when you purchase one of our embossing machines, they come with all the plates that you need to use regular dies or 3D dies. So you know that you don't have to spend money buying that extra specialty plate because it's going to already come with your machine. I get that question a lot. Okay, so this is going to get placed right here. Then we need to grab our dies. So that's the design of the card. We need to grab our dies. We're going to grab the garden green, and we're going to run this through. And when we do, we're going to come out with this little piece right here. That's going to be our little green sprig that we're going to use. It almost reminds me of coral. You could honestly use it with one of our sets that have fish or anything in it, and it goes as a great background because it does look like coral once you put it in with that. Okay, our next piece, we're gonna go die cut this. We're going to use our early espresso, and we are going to run this through the machine with the banner. And when we do, we're gonna get a little brown banner. Okay, and then with our white piece, we're gonna run that through and we're gonna get a white banner with that too. But I'm going to show you guys the flowers that I was talking about. We're gonna actually do some embossing, so let me move all these pieces out of the way so I don't lose anything, because things tend to slide when we have the embossing machine. So I'm gonna grab the little boho blue embossing folder. Now again, this is in our online exclusives, the boho blue is. So if you go to look for the boho blue in a catalog, you're probably not, I mean, some catalogs show it, but it's, you're gonna see it in the online exclusives. Okay, so I'm gonna put my plates. Again, even your little boho blue is going to come with your 3D embossing plate and your regular embossing plate. So you've got 2 different embossing folders, your regular and your 3D, that you're gonna need your 2 different plates. So all 5 of these plates come with this. Where's the other little clear one? There it is. All 5 of these come when you buy your machine. So you don't have to buy any of those extra plates. They're gonna be in there. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Daffodil Delight, and this is where I was saying I'm going to use this little inside of the flower right here, and you'll see how this embosses this and cuts it both at the same time. Hello, Frida. Okay, so let's take this out, and there is our little embossed flower. So see how it's got that little texture in there? Pop that little inside out. So there is our Daffodil Delight flower. I'm gonna set that up there with the card. Then on the white piece, our little scrap, I'm going to take the outside. So as I was saying, I keep mine together. I do the inside and the outside. So now I'm gonna grab the outside and we're gonna run this through. Okay, I'm gonna set this little machine off to the side, and there's my flower. Okay, so now let's bring all this back in. I'm going to be using one of my small blocks with the early espresso. And in here, oops, wrong one. I need the stamps, not the dies. In here you get 2 sizes of the Stampin. I'm going to use the little one. And the early espresso. So where did I put my little yellow? See how it was blending in with that paper? I'm going to just lay this on here, kind of to see my placement. So like so. Okay, so now I can see right there in the center is where I need to put my Stampin. So then when I put my flower, you can see the little Stampin right in the center. While we've got that ink open, I'm going to now stamp my sentiment in here. I'm going to be using on this one, we're gonna put the oops, a daisy. So sorry. I love the wordplay. Okay, put that right there. Give that a second to marinate into that paper. Okay, let's get this glued on here. So I'm just gonna put glue just around this little inside and let those little petals kind of free float on the card. Okay, so I'm gonna put this right like that. Kind of move it around how I want it. There we go. All right, then we're going to take this, but this time I'm not going to cut it. I'm just gonna have it look like it's a shadow of the white. So I'm just gonna put glue on the bottom portion. Maybe, but I have a glue booger, so hold on a second. Okay, I'm gonna add that like so. Like I said, so it just looks like it's a shadow. So when we pop that up, it'll really look cool on there. All right, so let's go ahead and add these pieces that we need. Okay, there's our early espresso. Okay, and our little flowers here. That's that pebbled path, one of those new in colors. All right, let's take this piece here with these little bubbles on it, or circles, whatever you want to call them. Gonna really get some good adhesive on this because of all those raised parts. We really want to make sure that's going to stick on there. And I'm just watching the margin over here so it matches my paper over here on this side of that early espresso. because I want to make sure it's slid over enough where we really see that designer series paper, because that's where we're going with all these colors. Okay, this we're gonna pop up. Okay, and we're gonna place this right down here, just like that. Then this little flower is gonna go right there. So I'm gonna put a glue or a dimensional up towards the top, like that. But before I adhere that down, I really want to make sure that we're going to see this little piece here. So that'll be good. I'm just gonna put just a little bit of glue on the bottom of this, because it's gonna sit right at the bottom of my little banner there. And I'm gonna grab a glue dot, open my little glue dot up, and I'm gonna take this little sprig and stick that in there and pull that, oh shoot, as I just ripped it. Well, don't rip it. Pull it off. Now I'm gonna use my take your pick tool to get this up underneath there. Be very careful with this because it is very, very delicate. Okay, and I'm gonna take that, pull up that piece of flower and stick that back behind there. There we go. You might want to dry fit this, put a glue dot on your yellow and then place that down. That's probably what I should have done. That would have made more sense, but yeah, as you see. Okay, I'm gonna use some of the rustic metallic dots. We're going to place this one. Let's go right over here. Let's grab a little mini, put it right there, and then let's do one more mini right there. Oops, because I just lose it. Wow. Took it right off that little glue patch. Well, okay, that one doesn't want to stick, so we'll just take that one and move that one. We'll put another one down. There we go. Okay, so there is card number 2. Now let's add some flowers to the inside of this. I'm gonna grab Early Espresso again. Oops, I grabbed the wrong flower. I want the open flower, the outline flower, not the solid flower. And on the inside of this one, since on the outside we put the oops a daisy, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put the happy birthday on the inside because it's kind of like oopsie daisy, we missed your actual birthday, and we're going to do this. So let's put wishing you the brightest birthday. I'm gonna put that down here towards the bottom, like that. Okay, then I'm going to add a flower right there. I'm also going to add a flower. Now what I'm going to do, since, let me find a scrap. So I'm just gonna use a scrap of paper here because since I've already got a white in the inside, I don't need to add another layer. It just adds weight to it if you ever go to mail it. So I'm just gonna slide that in there and then stamp right there and then right over here, just like that. So then it doesn't go up in that top portion of the flip side of my card. You're gonna need many scraps laying around, and copy paper or printer paper is always your friend, because you always want to tuck that in certain areas if you've missed something or forgot something. It's always a great thing to have on hand. Okay, so let me get all my bits out of the way here. So we can get on to the next card. Okay, so there is card number 2. Isn't that so bright and cheery? That would just definitely brighten up anybody's day, especially if we forgot their birthday and they knew they were waiting, and they knew they always get birthday cards from us, but you know, life happened and we missed their birthday. Okay, let me get these little pieces out of the way. And card number 3. Yes, it is the trio of embossing folders. There's 3 of them. One looks like a little starburst. The other one has like a little check, or not check, like zig, not gingham. I can't remember the word that I'm, checkerboard maybe? I don't know. I don't know the word that I'm looking for. It'll come to me at some point, but it'll be too late by then. We'll be moved on to something else. Okay, here is, for my last card, this is one of those beautiful in colors. This is copper clay. Now I am pairing copper clay with the boho blue, which is the paper that I have chosen out of the designer series paper. One side has these blue or these white flowers on the boho blue with the copper clay in the middle. And then when you flip that over, the back side is copper clay. So that works perfect for what we're going with, and is how I got my color scheme. I have a piece of boho blue, which is going to be our layer here. So let me find my adhesive and let's get these on here. Oh, I was gonna say, where did the card go so I can actually show you what we're doing here? So we're going to be making this card, but remember, like I said, we're gonna be doing the boho blue instead of the white. So that's the card that we're going to be making. Okay, there's that. Then I'm using some of that boho blue. This is the textured ribbon. So I don't need very much of this. So I'm just going to measure out enough that I can flip it around to the back side. Okay, and so we can either take Stampin' Seal and run down the center here, put this on there and tape it on the back. I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm gonna let it just freestand on the card, and I'm just gonna tape to the back with just good old Scotch tape. Like that, and then grab another piece for the bottom half. So I'm gonna flip this over, make sure that I really hold that secure, make sure it's nice and tight. Not so tight that it's warping my card, but tight enough that it's not gonna go anywhere. So just like that. So see, it does come up and it does move, but I like that. I like keeping it simple on the front and seeing that it has the ribbon, okay? That is then going to get adhered to the front of our card base. Okay, since we've got that ribbon on there, I really want to hold that tight. Now, don't blame me for your pocketbook. That's complete, but I understand. There are times where I watch other demonstrators and there will be a set that I don't really care for. I'll be like, I saw that in the catalog, but it just didn't grab me. And then of course I watch another demonstrator use it. And of course I have to buy it because I'm like, oh my God, they just made a gorgeous card. I didn't like that set, but now I like it. Oh, yep. They get me every time. So I 100% understand what you're saying, and that's okay. I'll let you blame me. Because they're just so pretty. You can't not, you know. Okay, so we need a scrap of boho blue. We need a scrap of the copper clay. We need a scrap of white, and we need one of the, we're gonna need a bigger scrap because we also need to use our big, again, from the same Stylish Shapes dies. If you don't own this set, you should. I use it, as you guys see, I probably use it in every one of my videos. Since I've gotten it, I don't think I haven't not used it. It's probably one of the most used sets of dies that I currently use. So just saying, if you don't have it, it is definitely one of those things that you need to have in your collection. So I have cut out a basic white. We are gonna do a little bit of stamping on that. We need to stamp a sentiment on there. And I'm going to be using the sentiment that says, your friendship means everything. We're going to stamp that in copper clay. Oh no, yeah, see you, Linda, you got hit with one of those storms. That's the storms that I was talking about. It's kind of scary. I mean, most of you who live towards the east know what you're dealing with and you guys know how to be safe. I would be a hot mess because I've never lived on the East Coast. We've never had to deal with crazy kind of weather like that. That's why I know I could never live over there. Now, I will probably be asking you guys all the time when we start our travels, you know, hey, when's the worst time? When do we not want to go traveling towards the East Coast? Because I don't want to be in a travel trailer with my daughter and get stuck in one of those horrible storms. So you guys are going to need to be giving me pointers on, hey, if you're planning on leaving, now's probably not a good time. You know what I mean? So you guys will definitely be having to let me know. All right, so I'm going to come in now with the solid flower using this scrap of white. And I'm going to use the boho. I always want to say boho indigo because that was a color that we used to have. But this is not indigo. This is boho blue. Okay, we're going to stamp that. Okay, we're going to stamp another one. Oh, no, we're not. Not in that one. Nope. I fibbed. We need the other. We need the other one. Hold on, let me get another block here. We need the half flower. Okay, like that. Oops, sorry you guys, I hit the stand and I know that echoes through my phone. Okay, so we needed both of those. Now we need to grab that little stamen and our copper clay. I'm just gonna place that right in the center of that and up on the top of that, just like that. Now, I did what I shouldn't have done because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna restamp this one because I did something wrong that I was going to explain to you guys, but yeah. All right, don't stamp your stamen yet. Stamp the bottom of your flower. keep your stamens. This one's okay, but don't do your stamens until after you've die cut, okay? So I know it's nice to kind of get all the stamping out of the way at one time, but don't yet. Let's die cut these, and I will show you why in just 2 seconds here. Let me grab my plates again. Okay, so we need to do this flower here, and we need to do the half flower right here. Now, as you can see on this little flower, it has the little stamen part. But if you try to line it up after you stamp it, you're gonna wind up destroying it and cut part of it off. So you need to, my suggestion, now you do it however you wanna do it, is to stamp your flower, then cut it out, then stamp your stamen. So I would stamp your flowers and then die cut, then do stamens. This one's, the bigger flower's not going to get as affected because it's gonna stay in the center, but the other one, it just does goofy things to it. Okay, there's those. All right, so this is where I was saying, as I stick my finger in it. You can stamp this and get a better look. See, it just, it works better. You guys can play around with it and practice, but. Okay, with our 2 scraps of boho and copper clay, I'm going to be taking the big flower piece here, and I'm going to be cutting that out of the copper clay. When I do, I'm gonna get that, just like that. Then I'm gonna take the embossed die, the inside, and I'm going to do that one on the boho. Okay, and when I do, I come out with this gorgeous little embossed piece that I'm gonna now lay over the top of that to make my flower. All right, so this is where I was saying, I'm gonna show you the difference between the two when we're done, but look at this flower versus this flower. If I lay this on top of this, you can see that it's in white, so I'm gonna give you guys 2 different ways of doing this card, or the boho. I think the boho just looks so much better because we've already got this big circle of white, that's why I changed it to this. But it's still a gorgeous card and I will still mail it to somebody. Let's get this adhered. Again, I'm just staying kind of close to the bottom of those petals. Okay, layering that in there. Then I just like to kind of push down those center pieces and then pop up the ends of the petals because I do like the petals giving that 3D effect. Okay, there we go. All right, here is our little flower. Now I'm going to pop this one up. Okay, and I'm gonna place that right there. Then I'm gonna take this one and put this one right over here, and this one is going to be angled right up there, okay? So I'm only going to put glue on this side because the outside is going to be sticking off of that circle. Move that down just a little bit. Okay. And then, well, I'm gonna move that in just a skosh. There we go. And then this one is gonna go right there. And with the two little petals sticking out, I like it sitting right where that Y is, because it just seems like it fits perfectly tucked into that. I don't know, things like that just kind of stick out to me. Okay, this is now going to get placed on here. So I'm gonna take and put, we're gonna pop this up. Okay, making sure that, see how this flower sticks off? I need to make sure that I move this over enough that it doesn't go past my, okay, here, hold on. I need to move it this way so you guys can see what I'm talking about. See how this flower hangs off the circle? If I put it over like that, that's gonna hang off and that's not gonna go into an envelope. So I definitely wanna make sure that I move it in far enough that this petal does not hang off the edge of my card. I can go right to the edge, but I can't make it go over because it won't fit in an envelope, because that will stick out and then an envelope will bend that and ruin it. If you don't want to mail it and you're just going to hand deliver it, then you can absolutely do the overhang. But we are going to take an innie because we need an innie to this card. And with this one, oops, what did I just run over? I'm running over the baby emboss. I'm going to take another little sliver of that paper right here. So I just cut a sliver of that. Well, I already had some cut. Where did I put it? Okay, so there is that paper cut at a 1/2 inch, but knowing that the inside of my card base is going to be 5 1/4, I'm gonna cut this down to 5 1/4. Now, I know I have glue on here from when I made a boo-boo, so I will clean that off, but thank God it's dry at the moment, so I will use a El Bebe wipe to clean that. Okay, this is gonna go on the inside, going vertical. And another glue booger. It's because I have the fan facing me, so it dries the end of my glue out pretty quick. But otherwise, I would be sitting here having hot flashes like nobody's business, and I would be dying. So the fan has to be on. It's part of the wonderful things of living in Tucson, Arizona, a year warm. Even if you have AC, well, if you're warm and old, let me just say that. Going through menopause is not fun. So I'm old and I'm going through menopause and I get hot flashes, so I have to have a fan on me 24/7. There you go. Okay, there is that. We're gonna put that on the inside. Okay, I was thinking of maybe putting the blue flower right there. I think we should make her pretty. Put the flower right there. And let's put the stamen right there. Voila. Give that a couple seconds to dry so I don't fold my card in half and then goop up the top side. That gives me time to clean these off. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's take these and I will show you. Oops, hold on, wait a minute. stop the press. We need to add some beautiful embellishments to this. So let's grab some of the boho blues. I'm gonna grab a big one, put right there, a little one. Now, when you order my Fresh as a Daisy monthly kit, you're gonna get also a half pack of these embellishments. So just to let you know, you're gonna have all the pretties. And I'm also including some of the wavy, the natural wavy ribbon as well, which is gorgeous. Okay, let's get that put away, and then let me move some of this so I can get all these cards brought out for you guys so you can see them all. A little strip of paper. Okay. Now let me move this. All right, so, oh, what happened to this light? Oops, I just touched it. So there are the two differences between the white and the boho on there, just so you see it again, now that you can see them sitting side by side. It really makes a big difference in those cards. I do think both are as equally beautiful, but I just kind of like that boho. I'm really digging that blue. All right, so let me bring in all the cards from tonight. And so again, this is my weekly card kit, because I know some people get confused because I have a monthly card kit and I have a weekly card kit. This is my Make It Monday. That's what this class is called, Make It Monday. These are the cards that would come in the kit when you spend $35 or more in my store and you use my current host code. You will get all the product to make these 3 cards minus the embellishments, but you will get the ribbon. I always include that. So you will get enough product to make these 3 cards, and you'll get envelopes as well. But the monthly kit for August is also featuring the Cheerful Daisy. It is the Fresh as a Daisy monthly kit. Just so you know, you can see that on my blog. Now just know that I did change some things around on my blog. So when you go there, everything is going to be categorized on the right-hand side in the column. I don't have that bar going across the top anymore because I've added too many things that the bar doesn't hold that anymore. So now they're on the right-hand side on the category. You're gonna see like the category that has the kits class, which is my monthly class. And then you're gonna see the Make It Monday kit class. That is my weekly kit class, just so you know the difference between the two, because I do get asked that a lot. And I don't think I've ever explained what the difference is. Thank you, Linda, for sharing. Thank you, Vicky, for sharing. You are very welcome. I am glad that you guys came in here and saw these beautiful Fresh as a Daisy, cheerful. Now, Fresh as a Daisy is what the suite is called. The Stamp and Dies are called the Cheerful Daisies. Again, that can be confusing to some people. Why are names so different? Why does it say that it's this, but then this is called this? I get it. I do the same thing, especially when I'm looking at suite collections and then it's got a certain name. And then I look at the bundle, which is the dies and the stamp, and it's got a different name. They're normally pretty similar, but just so when somebody calls a suite of products a different name than what the bundle is called, you'll know that it's got all the products with it. It's got the paper, it's got the bundle, it's got the embellishments or ribbon or all the things that come along. It is just the way of ordering everything in one combined code. So that's why they do that. All right, you guys, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Be safe out there. Like I said, all of you who are up there in that storm up in the east, definitely do what you do and be safe, because I don't want to hear any bad news. I do know that they were saying it's supposed to be a pretty crazy storm that hasn't happened in quite a few years. So hunker down, be safe, do what you need to do to, not have anything bad happen. So You guys take care. I will see you guys back next Monday. I am featuring Dainty Daisies next week. Just to let you know, I kind of got a a jump ahead of myself on getting cards ready for next week. So I will get the graphic put up for that one too. Just so you guys know, I'm going to try my best to get ahead so I can get the graphics put out sooner so you guys can kind of see what's to come. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.